so guys, here are the top 10 ways that digital entrepreneurs can make use of this New Year's time and ensure that they are utilizing this time effectively for their own success and growth. The number one thing that every single digital entrepreneur must do, during the New Year's time is to plan for their upcoming year effectively. They should use up this time for planning their work, for planning their timelines, for planning their schedules, for planning the money they're going to invest in things like ads, or for planning the content, of course, the content that they're going to create on their for their websites and for their blogs, and all the keyword research that needs to be done for the year. I think this is a good time to plan up all of that to a certain extent, at least for the next 3 to 6 months, and 3 to 6 months first, and then possibly they can move forward from there on all the keyword research and stuff. So this is a great time to plan all the work in advance, and kind of come up with a proper tasks and activity list on a weekly basis, so that there are no delays in actually performing those activities week after week after week. Okay, so this is a great time to plan the ad budgets, great time to plan the organic promotions that one is planning to do. It's a great time to plan how many interviews a certain person is going to do, if at all they're planning to interview people on their YouTube channel or on their Facebook account or so. It's also a good time to define goals, on what is it that a digital entrepreneur is planning to achieve. Whatever this person is desiring to achieve for that entire year can be pretty much set even before the year has started. So the New Year's time, or the 1st of Jan, starting from the 1st of Jan, it's a good idea to start from the 1st of January of, say, whatever year it is, and until the 31st of December, all those activities that need to be done, the planning has to start a week even before the 1st of Jan, in order to ensure that everything is in place properly. Okay, now the second benefit of a New Year's period for a digital entrepreneur is that they can start new things, something that they have not done earlier. Like, for instance, in my case, I have been a marketer on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and as well as YouTube. Okay, to a great extent, I should say, in comparison to Pinterest or Instagram. But this year, I can resolve to do something differently, and I can go Insta, right? So how am I planning to do that? How can I do that? Is, I can start by starting with a plan on the 1st of Jan, and I can plan it until the 31st of December. And I can properly set a goal saying, okay, I need these many followers this year on Instagram, and these are the activities or the tasks that I'm going to perform in order to achieve that. So this gives me the benefit of being on time, being on track, and properly also, measuring my performance for actually accomplishing that. So the New Year's time is a good time to start new things and, begin on journeys on which you have never really tried before. See, start new things that you have not tried before. And it's all, of course, unless and until we are in a situation like Corona, it's the New Year's time is also a good time to plan your travel, your tours, your trips to other places, something that you would like to do in order to kind of recoup yourself, or kind of revamp your energies, and bring yourself back to your energies which you would have lost in the previous year. So it's a great time to review all that you did in the previous year, and also to start new things in the new year. Okay, so that's, in my opinion, that's a great benefit of a New Year's time. Instead of calling it a New Year's resolution, I would rather call it a New Year's opportunity. Okay, now the third thing is letting go of the past. A New Year's time is a good time to let go of the past. You may have had some grudges with certain people. You may have you may have been lethargic or lazy in the previous year, and you may have regretted it later. You may have ruined some relationships knowingly or unknowingly. You may not have done certain things which you should have done in the previous year. So all of this has you can just let go of all of that. This is the time when everything has to be simply you just have to let go of everything, and you have to restart all over again and start doing it afresh in a completely new perspective. So the New Year's time is a great time to let go of the past and completely revamp yourself, revamp your social media profiles, revamp your own presence in front of all those people who look up to you and who really admire you. Okay, all right. Now the next thing is, you can level up your business, career, and life by actually setting big goals for yourself, right? So although I have spoken about setting goals earlier, I'm talking about setting big goals and clear goals. Clarity when it comes to digital entrepreneurship is extremely important. So how clear you are and what you want to achieve is extremely important for you to actually start performing towards achieving them. So you can actually clarify your goals. You can set bigger goals than what you had set the previous year. And you can also review all the goals that you had set in the previous year, and come up with an entire new set of goals for the new year. So the new year's is a great opportunity to completely review your past goals and redefine new goals for your career, your business, your life, your relationships, your family, literally everything. Okay. All right. So the next thing now is you can build new relationships with people, prospects, customers, and even in your personal life, right? So maybe the previous year did not go as you had expected in terms of your personal life or your professional life. Okay. So as I've spoken in my other videos, harmony in your personal as well as professional life is extremely important to be a successful digital entrepreneur. So the New Year's Eve is a great opportunity to entirely revamp your professional as well as personal lives and redefine your relationships. It's a great time to redefine your behavior towards people, completely change your mindset, completely transform the way you look at things, and you can actually change your perspective towards certain things. If you have been continuing with several grudges in the past towards some people or towards some situation, that can entirely change during this New Year's Eve. So you don't really have to depend on any religious opportunity to do that. You can just say, okay, from this 1st January onwards, I'm going to change myself, and I'm going to change the way I react to certain things, and I'm going to be more proactive about things. So it really makes sense. And the New Year's Eve is a great time. The New Year's time is a great time to actually build new relationships with prospects, customers, in your life, with your family members. You can come up with better ways to deal with your customers and prospects as well, and make sure that your lead generation process also becomes much better in an organic way. And of course, this is completely apart from all the advertising that you do on this journey. Okay. All right. So the next point is, all right. So now the next thing is, New Year's time is a great time to give people new gifts, right? So if you're somebody who likes giving gifts to people, if you're somebody who likes rewarding people for all the good things they have done, if you want to give simple gifts even to your kids and your spouse and your mother, father, your brothers, sisters, is a great time to do so. And if you think you would like to kind of refuel a relationship which went wrong the previous year or many years back, this is also a great time to do that, and rebuild those relationships, mend those relationships. And that will really impact the way you perform at your work as well, because according to my mentor, saying sorry to somebody you hurt, or saying thank you to someone who did something good for you, is a great way of connecting back with people with whom you have not been in touch for a long time. So this New Year's Eve, this New Year's, make sure that you kind of rebuild those relationships, and that will start reflecting in your work as well. And the kind of happiness and joy that it gives is going to be seamless, and it's going to help you in performing better at your work. Okay. Right. The next thing is celebrating your successes in the past year. This is a very significant significant point to ponder over. Why? Because if you're somebody who has been consistently cribbing about this has not happened, that has not happened, then it's really time that you be grateful for all the amazing things that have happened in the previous year. And the New Year's time is a great time to do that, because the New Year's, I mean, the fact that you're alive after a year like 2020, where where like thousands of people have died because of corona, I think that itself is a reason for you to be extremely grateful to life and to the universe and to your parents and your ancestors, given the fact that you escaped it all, and you've come out of all that safely. So this is a time to be more grateful. This is a time to celebrate your successes, at work as well, right? Despite the fact that your work may have gone a little dull this year because of the lack of opportunities, or the lack of monetary support, or it could simply mean lack of lack of motivation because of consistently being at home, and you might have been depressed for a long time, and you must be wondering how to come out of all of that. So this New Year's Eve is a great time to do that, despite the fact that corona has not yet ended. This is an opportunity for you to go out and explore the world a little bit, take a few risks, and kind of rejuvenate yourself, right? All right. And now the next point is, it is a good time to redefine your value systems. Okay, it's also an extremely important point, because your value systems define the person you are, right? What's the level of trust that people can put on you? What is the level of integrity that you have, right? How do you deal with situations? How ethical you are as a human being, right? How many people did you help this year, last year? How many people did you help, right? What was the contribution towards the society that you made, right? So this is the ninth point again: contribution and charity, right? So are you a person who likes giving charity? Are you a person who loves to contribute back to the society? If you're not, then this is a great opportunity to do that, and to start giving charity and to start contributing to the society. So this is a great time to be reborn as a human being, as an individual. It's a great time to correct all the mistakes that you would have made knowingly or unknowingly in the previous year. And all of us as humans are prone to making mistakes, aren't we? So it's time to review all of that as human beings, sit, write down all those points and correct all of that, and mend all those relationships, and make sure that we are on track with our own selves. Because when we are on track with our own selves, then our digital journey gets taken care of on its own. If we are not on track with our own selves, then it's very difficult to be an independent player in the digital journey. And you know I have like an experience of more than 10 years here, on this journey. And I pretty much know how the failures in your personal life impacts your professional life, and how the failures in your professional life impacts your personal life. So it's like a complete chain effect. So it's extremely important to keep yourself balanced in both your personal and professional aspects. And this New Year's opportunity is a great time to actually do that. It's a great opportunity to do that. As I said, it's not the New Year's time, it's like a New Year's opportunity. So every single new year comes with a new opportunity. And it's a very beautiful excuse for us to say, okay, now it's like 1st Jan, and everything is going to restart. Although nothing is really changing, it's just another day that's coming up for you to live to your fullest potential. But nonetheless, you can say, okay, it's 1st Jan, for the next 365 days, I'm going to be like this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to achieve this. This year I'm going to make it big, right? This year I'm going to be like a YouTube rock star, right? So what exactly will you do to achieve all of those aspirations is what's going to define your journey, right, in this new year. So nonetheless, New Year's time is a great time to be reborn as an individual, to be reborn as an entrepreneur. And it's a great time to redefine your value systems and contribute more towards the society. Okay. And the last point, it's an opportunity to be much more grateful for every single success that happens on a daily basis. Life always happens moment by moment. So if you're somebody who has always been pondering over the past, or getting worried about the future, and it happens with all of us, right? All of us are humans, and all of us are bound to do that. So if you're someone who has been doing that unknowingly, then this is a good time to change that and start living life moment by moment, and seeing it as something, life is a blessing every single moment. So are we really experiencing that blessing is what's going to really make a difference. So experience the blessing every single moment, and that will really help you in growing as an individual, in growing as a digital entrepreneur. And that will help you in contributing back to the society, in contributing back to your community. I have this beautiful community of digital entrepreneurs. It's a very small community, but I really love it. I really love that community. And many people at times are not responding to any of the messages, but I love it because I feel I created it, and it's my baby. So it's like, what have you done differently this year? That's what's going to count. What do you do differently? What do you really want to do differently, and how are you planning to achieve that? So all these points are going to make a big difference to your new year. And this is a gentle reminder to all of you to plan your new year accordingly, when it comes to content creation, or your LinkedIn profile, or your Facebook profile, or your entire digital journey. If you're a digital entrepreneur already, Congratulations if you're not, and if you plan to become one, right, get in touch with me. I'll help you. I'll help you in setting out on this journey, right from the scratch, right from creating your own website to start writing your own content, right? I teach things like digital writing, digital marketing, digital coaching, digital influence creation. I also teach LinkedIn quite extensively. So if you're interested in all of this, get in touch with me on www.asknans.com. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, after watching this video. And at any given point in time, and if you want to reach out to me, check out all the links provided in the comments below. If you're watching this video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on Facebook, please comment below on, how you're going to use your New Year's opportunity. Okay, um, is 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 this new year a new opportunity for you, or what exactly is it to you? What exactly does a new year mean to you? What exactly this does 2021 mean to you? 2020 has been an extremely challenging year for everybody, and if somebody says that they have enjoyed this year, I cringe to accept that, because I think most of us across the globe have suffered really badly, and despite the fact that we may be doing pretty well, but there are a lot of them who have suffered beyond imagination. So it's time that we pray for all those souls who have departed, and wish them peace, and let this new year, let 2021 bring in some new changes, some awesome changes for all of us, and make sure that you have some awesome plans in place much before the new year starts. And to do a small recap, okay, the New Year's is a great opportunity to plan for a complete year. It's a great opportunity to start new things, it's a time for new beginnings. It's the time to let go of the past. Okay, it's the time to level up your business, career, and life, right? The New Year's opportunity is an opportunity to build new relationships with prospects, customers, your family members, and friends. Okay, the New Year's Eve is a time to give people gifts. Guys, you can give me some gift as well. I'll be grateful to accept that. Okay, and I'll also give you something if you do so. All right, and the New Year's Eve is a great time to celebrate your successes in the past year. If you've not yet done that, if you've been cribbing about things gone wrong, please think about all those things that went right and celebrate it. Right, celebrate every single small success you had in the past year, in 2020, that is. And of course, it's a great time to be reborn. It's a great time to redefine your value systems, a great time for charity and contribution. It's an excuse to contribute more to the society. I'm sure all of you are already doing it, but it's a great opportunity to do so. And then finally, it's a great opportunity to be much, much more grateful than what you have been so far. All right, so I hope you liked this video. I hope you liked the message that comes with this video. If you want to be a part of my Digital Entrepreneurship Academy, make sure you attend my next webinar. The link is provided below. Okay, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will make sure that I create more videos of this kind, and keep inspiring in the little bit way that I can. Right, all right, bye bye, take care.